before a cup is hoisted, before a name is called, before a scholarship is given, there is a dream.
The STX 68 literally is the top 68 14-year-old players in the country coming together for the very first time.
This is going to be the top 68. You can't take a shift off. You have to play huge, not when they want to, but all the time.
The game is hard. That's the reality. You need to pull up your big boy pants.
Up, let's go!
There's a circle around the 68, and we're trying to have kids understand what does it mean to get into that circle.
Becoming 68, the path forward. In the sport of hockey, the difference between winning and losing is often measured in mere millimeters. Perhaps that makes sense when the blades that propel them are only that thick. But as the 68 prepare to take to the ice for the first time to compete in the on-ice combine, it's apparent the difference between making the NHL and not is sometimes even thinner.
You have to be prepared to go from start to finish. From the time you get out of your car at the hotel, they have to be committed, because this really is the first time that we'll be benchmarking their performance and giving them a roadmap to becoming better players and better people.
As we did up there, this is your on-ice testing portion of the combine. All right, so it's not drills, you're not going to be shooting the puck. Understand that we're out here just doing the combine tests, right? So you're in line clean, you're focused, you're paying attention, you do the drills properly, right? You get one chance at it. If you fall, if something happens, you get one more chance, and then your score is DQ'd, okay? So get it done the first time correctly. Make sense? Today we're testing your reaction, okay? We're testing your agility and quickness. We're testing your straight sprint speed, both forward and backwards, and we're testing your transition ability.
As players compete for the fastest time, electronic timing bracelets provide accurate results. While the competition is tight, for Wyatt Shingodi, who plays his club hockey in this rink with the Chicago Mission, there isn't a need to see the official results before knowing where he stands.
I had fastest backwards and forwards. Me.
The downtime between events gives the players time to get to know each other better.
Hey, what's your name? Where'd you play last year? How about you? What's your name? What's your last name? Chabrier. You French? Yeah, I'm surprised I got that right. Usually I don't.
Chabrier. How could you not get it right?
I'm Wyatt. I'm just gonna call you French guy.
Were you born in Canada? French guy. What? No.
Were you born in France?
To be the fastest, Wyatt and his new friends will have to master the weave agility drill, which has been giving the players their biggest challenge.
This test is weave agility, right? So we're testing you through the cones, right? A lot of figure eights. Pay attention. We're going straight up. You're gonna weave back, weave up, straight back. Straight, weave, weave, straight.
With the weave complete, it was the gray and white team's turn to take to the ice, where they found out it wasn't always as easy as it looked. Yet for Gerard Keane, who stole the show on the turf in the conditioning test, he was equally at home on ice.
You always have to be prepared. Like going into the combines, you have to, you only get 1 or 2 tries, so you have to be on your best every time.
Keener, as he's known to his teammates, would post the fastest time in the weave, along with the best 30-meter forward and transition skate. But he might also win gold for being the most outspoken.
You know, I did well on the yo-yo. Doing well here.
Almost threw up.
Almost threw up.
Glad to be back.
Almost threw up and had a heart attack.
For Anthony Cipollone from New York, a positive attitude helped him overcome the pressure of proving his quick skating was among the nation's elite.
It was pretty cool. I've never really done anything like that or any of the drills, so reacting side to side, it was pretty cool. And weaving in between the cones, it was just really fun.
This approach helped him achieve a top 20 overall ranking in the combine. While the numbers gave each individual his own roadmap towards improvement, the general consensus was impressive overall for the 68, including some scores that neared NHL levels.
Once they get to this point, Bantam Majors, they're really good hockey players and athletes that can score just the same as some of the adults will do it. And you can just see in the sprint times, a lot of them approaching that 4-second mark. And if you can get to 4 flat, that's a good time for any athlete, any hockey player, any age.
With the combine complete, the 4 teams split to practice by themselves in preparation for their round-robin game competition. This gave Chicago native and current NHL player Mike Brown the chance to interact with the next generation of talented players.
Chicago guy, right? Yeah. Where are you from?
Here.
Right around here?
Yeah.
Nice.
I live by Dundee, TI.
Yeah, I grew up in Skokie and then Northbrook.
Northbrook? All right.
I live in the city now. Good to see some Chicago guys out here.
Yeah.
That last drill, I was surprised. I mean, we would have butchered that in the NHL. Yeah, skate, hit, pass, shoot. I was terrible at 14. Would have been passed up right away.
First guy on the whistle. This is a 2-on-1 drill. So this forward's gonna take off, get a pass from the D, continue on, pass to that D, who goes across to that forward, and you guys are going 2-on-1.
Among the coaches is ex-NHL veteran ADRIAN
3-on-3.
who has the experience to best assess the 68's skill level.
Some of these kids have as much skill as some NHL players. They just don't have the size yet, even though some of them are as big as some NHL players, but the total package is just amazing. These kids are quite the hockey players.
The evolution of the game gives these players a better shot at reaching their potential than in years past.
Kids at this age, this day and age anyways, know a lot more than we knew. When I played, the best players made it. That's just the way it was. Now you have these kids who might not be the most skilled, but they learn the game, they get good coaching, they get things like this. And if they follow the path and stay out of trouble, they have a great chance at making it.
While AUCOIN hopes all of the 68 succeed, he has his eye on one in particular, his son Kyle, who finished second overall in the on-ice combine.
Having my son here, it's definitely a proud papa moment. So knowing that your son makes this top 68 thing is really cool, and it's obviously exciting for him. And I mean, once you have kids, you like them to, aim high and try to live out their dreams, and this is where it kind of starts.
That night, the first round of games provides the first true test to see where the players stand in head-to-head competition. While the black team looks to be strong on paper, they would have to prove it against a hungry red team. For Coach AUCOIN, habits are the focus.
This is when habits matter. Habits matter for a few reasons. One, because when you get tired, all the crap that you guys have learned to do good or bad kicks in. All right, so that's why you want to make sure you do the right stuff all the time. When you're playing in games like this, everyone knows that you're at STX for a reason, because you're all awesome hockey players. I've played my whole life. I've seen it a million times. You guys are awesome. You're better than almost anybody that will ever play the game at this age for sure. But what they want to see is what kind of teammate you are, what kind of person you are, what your habits are. All right, we all know that you can toe drag, we all know you can shoot the puck, we all know you can skate fast, but we want to see how quickly you can gel together and play like a team. 1, 2, 3, black! Nice play, hockey!
While the black team works to get comfortable playing together, it's the red team, led by Ryan Mulrennan, which strikes first. Mulrennan's goal was a sign of things to come for red, which struck again just moments later.
Take ice, okay? Center come through, winger up here. Take ice this way, but this D, get going. Use the D, go.
D-man, help the forwards out by being up the ice every time.
As the second period began, both teams worked hard to impress. But after playing to a scoreless stalemate, it was the man in the yellow hat with just seconds to go that again had the magic touch. Mulrennan, like many of the 68, believes an invitation to this event could perhaps be the highlight of his young career.
Probably coming to STX. I was very surprised to get the offer. Coach said, I'm going to put your name in. I'm like, sounds good, I hope I get there. He's like, you'll get there.
Ryan would finish with 4 goals on the night in leading Red to a 5-2 victory, firmly planting him among the best players among the 68.
It was a really fun game. It started off kind of slow, and then I just got a 2-on-1. I scored, and then I started to feel right out there, and I was just, my teammates were really helping me by being there, taking guys off me. I mean, it's not a one-man effort, even though I scored like 4. It's just, I needed my teammates out there to take the guys away from me and be there.
While the first game of the night was about one player, the second would be decided by who played together better as a team.
1, 2, 3, go!
In the first period, both teams again needed to adjust to the speed of the game.
Up, 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 up. Stay here. Patient, patient. Good.
But one small opening allowed Antonio Stranges to set the tone.
Don't just rim the puck. You can't rim the puck. It's too hard for the forwards because all you do, when the puck's rimmed, their D are just going to pinch. It's a tough play on the forwards. That's going to determine the game tonight. Right now, we've turned it over at minimum of 5 times right there in the result of a goal.
Team Gray would take the words to heart, opening the second period aggressively with a pair of goals. And as the competitive fire grew to a boiling point, defenseman Gerard Keane and Antonio Stranges found themselves at a breaking point.
Uh-oh. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can keep your f***ing head up now.
Who the f*** are you?
Nice hack. Got it.
Clinging to a 2-goal lead, Anthony CIPOLLONE would take matters into his own hands to put the game away for Gray.
Nice goal.
The goal served as an exclamation point to a 4-2 victory for Keane, CIPOLLONE, and the rest of the Gray team.
Good job. Job, bud. Really good. Job, bud. Excellent.
But the competitive nature of the day, both at the Combine and in the games, spoke to a larger theme facing all of the 68. As hockey grows more competitive, will their drive match their talent?
You can't just look at the Combine on ice, you can't just look at the Combine off ice, you can't just look at the games, you got to put everything together and assess an athlete's possibility and potential, and that's what the weekend is for, so we get different scores for them.
And how to truly judge the 68? One must look at more than just numbers. Becoming 68, the path forward. On the next episode of Becoming 68.
Nothing changes in hockey. All the principles, all the fundamentals, they're all the same.
Get so low that it's a flat pass. You know what I mean?
Loser has to slide out on the ice is under gear. 1 by 2, right?
We had some guys in this room that were hiding. Weren't very good. Okay? Bring your best today.
Speed. The games are fast. You pace.
Forward's going to come inside out, button hook, pass up, down the ice, get a shot.
I would have never dreamed that he would be here right now, so really I'm very proud of him.